Herkese merhabalar arkadaşlar. Hikayemize kaldığımız yerden tam gaz devam ediyoruz. İlk bölümde izleyenlerin de hatırlayacağı gibi kayıp elmasın ardındaki o gizemli cinayeti çözmüştük. Bakalım bu ikinci bölümde bizleri neler bekliyor olacak hep birlikte göreceğiz. Videomuza başlamadan önce de kanalımıza abone olmayı ve videolarımızı beğenmeyi unutmazsanız sevinirim. Hadi bakalım başlayalım. İkinci bölümde bizi neler bekliyor? Eee Nereye? Şu amcaya mı gidiyoruz? Gidelim.
A free ride for every hotel visitor. Just tell me where to go.
Hmm. Tamam hadi gidelim. Buraya bir mezarlık ziyareti için geldik galiba o
Is
zaman.
everything all right? If you don't feel up to it,
Her
don't
şey
tell
yolunda mı?
anyone.
Kendini hazır
It's
hissetmiyorsan
just
kimseye
a
söylemem.
It won't be difficult. I've already come to terms with my mother's passing.
Annemizin mezarını ziyarete geliyoruz ve sanırım burada da bir gizemimiz mevcut.
Funeral. Sherlock, you were distraught. At first, I thought this visit would dredge up those feelings, but you've been remarkably level.
John, too young to understand. Couldn't
Sanırım
fathom why
anlayabilecek
she would
yaşta değildim.
Perhaps that pain is best left forgotten.
Bizi terk etmiş sanırım.
It's why I'm visiting her grave. To remember her.
Annemizin mezarını bir ziyaret
You
edelim.
wanted to remember, Sherry.
Yeni konum. Cordona mezarlığı.
And I'm sure it will come back to you.
Biber yazılı. Düşman ağzı sıkı.
Don't mind me, sir. I'm just a loyal servant of my craft.
Evet, benim annemin mezarı nerede şimdi? Burada mı? Burası kapalı. İleride o zaman büyük ihtimal annemin mezarı diyeceğim. Ha, burası çıkış.
I thought you wanted to remember, Sherry. Concentrate, and I'm sure it will come back to you.
Gösterge burada bir yeri gösteriyor ama emin olamadım.
I thought you wanted to remember, Sherry.
Bir buket yıldız çiçeği annemin.
Concentrate, and I'm sure it will come back to you. I thought you wanted to remember, Sherry. Concentrate, and I'm sure it will come back to you. I thought you wanted to remember, Sherry. Concentrate, and I'm sure it will come back
Bir
to you.
çiçek buketi.
I thought you wanted to remember, Sherry. Concentrate, and I'm sure it will come back to you. I thought you wanted to remember, Sherry. Concentrate, and I'm sure it will come back to you.
Mycroft was adamant that we leave for London immediately after the funeral. He never told me why, but I saw how unsettled he was by the long requiem.
Cenazeden hemen sonra Londra'ya gitmemiz gerekmişti.
I thought you wanted to remember, Sherry. Concentrate, and I'm sure it will come back to you.
Törene az kişi
Service
katılmıştı.
was sparsely attended. Though my parents were buried separately, the pastor said they're united in heaven. I didn't believe him even then. I wanted to see her one last time before the coffin was interred and say how I loved her. The chance never came. I feel rather faint.
You're fine, you're fine. It's over now. You remembered everything. It will get easier soon. I thought you wanted to remember, Sherry. Concentrate, and I'm sure it will come back to you.
Ah be, canım anam be.
pocket watch. It seems familiar, John.
Bir köstekli saat hiç yabancı gelmiyor John.
Rest in peace, Violet Holmes.
Hoşça kal anne.
Goodbye, Mother. Rest in peace, Violet Holmes. Goodbye, Mother. This watch was a gift. My mother's initials are engraved on it. The piece is in good condition. It must have been placed here only recently.
Bir köstekli saat.
A candle in a small puddle of wax. It cannot have been lit for more than half an hour.
Is this really how you want to spend this time?
This is my mother's pocket watch, John. Who put it here and why? Are you not in the slightest...
Annemin cep saatinin neden... Yani bunu mu çözeceğiz mevzumuz şu an? Cenazeyi hatırlattı. Bir mum yakmış annemin mezarına. Kanıtı iliştir. Ayak izleri arasında 68 santim. Moda ayakkabıları yepyeni. 1.67. Bir bayan ziyaret etmiş o zaman anneciğimi. Bisiklet lastiği izi kısa süre önce bırakılmış. Çok etkili. Hadi bakalım. İz devam ediyor. İz buradan devam ediyor. Bisikleti buraya bırakmış. Uzun boşluk.
I hope that inspiration strikes upon visiting these beautiful vaults. At the very least, you'll enjoy the view. Yours, Mercurio. The hospitaller crypts.
Hafızam beni yanıltmıyorsa mezarlığın diğer ucunda yaşlı bir ağacın etrafında olmalılar. Yağlı boya lekesi var. Mezarlıkta çalışan bir sanatçı. Gizemli ziyareti. Bir mum yakmış. Annem mezarına bir cep saati bırakmış. Saat annemindi ve hiçbir bozulmaya maruz kalmamış. Hospital, mahzen mezarlarının fotoğrafı. Yakınlarda bulduğum hospital mahzeninin fotoğrafı. Umarım bu ilham o güzel mezarları ziyaret edince gelir. En azından manzara hoşuma gider. Saygılarımla. Çizdiği ağaç bu galiba.
Do you know anything about this?
Money can't answer your questions. Hey?
Live with it.
Yok, ağaç bu. Tamam. Ressamı
Oh,
bulduk.
it's that ridiculous.
Be nice, Sherry.
Mr.
Make
Holmes,
friends.
did you come for another portrait? No, I jest.
Bu ilk otelde resim çizen arkadaş.
The hotel was abuzz with your name. I must say I was rather absorbed in it all. The fallibility of men. Such scandal.
It was a welcome distraction.
Oh, my manners. I am Werner Vogel, art enthusiast and gallery proprietor.
Mr. Vogel, I was perhaps too curt when last we spoke.
Speak no more of it. Travel takes it out of any man, never mind when this is your destination. Once I learned who you were, the pieces fell into place. Your mother was well liked on Codona in her time here. I was sorry to hear of her passing.
Annemin mezarına mı gittiniz? Yani annemin mezarına mı
How did you
gittin?
come to possess my mother's pocket watch?
Oh my! It is quite something to witness those powers of deduction firsthand. Yes, I...
Nasıl ele geçirdin?
After her death, there
O
was an
öldükten
estate
sonra
sale.
bir emlak satışı oldu. Cordona'nın bütün zenginleri ondan geri kalanlara
I
kondu.
couldn't let such a lovely thing go to those vultures. When I learned your name, I could no longer keep the watch in good conscience. It is yours by right, and I knew you'd find it here.
Thank you. I'd forgotten all about it, but the moment I saw it, I knew it was hers. Amazing what the young mind forgets and the older can recall. Rather odd, loitering in a cemetery.
I suspect you'll win, but I'm here for my art. There's beauty everywhere if you look, even in decay. A little darkness brings out the light. Now,
Fantastik bir ressam.
a diligent observer might note that you too are loitering in a cemetery. What brings you here? Closure answers penance?
Closure, I suppose.
And what is closure? Mere proximity?
Understanding. Acceptance.
You didn't understand from afar. You had to come here to accept the truth of her death?
Of course I understand. She died of consumption, drowning in her own blood.
Your mother?
Yes, my mother.
Veremden ölmüş.
I must have been misinformed. I'd heard otherwise.
Nasıl yani?
Otherwise than consumption.
No, you'd know better than I. I'd heard talk of a police investigation, but Cordona is a notorious gossip. And what does it matter? She's passed on either way.
She has.
Well, I shall intrude no longer. I'll leave you to your closure. Do stop by the gallery.
Mümkün olursa galeriye gelin, hoşça kalın. Tamam.
Farewell.
Are you all right, Sherry? Take as long as you need.
Whatever I need, it isn't here. We should explore Cordona. Perhaps there are archives. that
Dileyelim,
may
belki
shed further
harçta
light.
aynı bir şeyler vardır. Belediye binası, karakol ve Cordona günlüklerini arşivler, vakan hakkında önemli bilgiler barındırıyor olabilir. Bir kanıt parçasını araştırırken gidilecek en doğru konumu düşünmeye çalış.
He's odd, Sherry. Even odder than I.
O zaman bizim onun dediği yere gitmemiz gerekiyor. Büyük Saray. Güney Büyük Saray. Bu saraya nereden gideceğiz? İşaretlediğim nokta burası.
Hello.
Nice to see you.
O büyük saray nerede ki ya? Aziz Nikolas Kilisesi. Ben bayağı şuradan gittim ama burası mı? Değil. Ben burayı işaretlemişim. Güney Büyük Saray. Ben çok geri geldim ya. Baştan oraya ışınlanalım, öyle gidelim.
Extra, extra! Look at what you've done! Interested in some Cordona news?
Yok, sağ
No
ol.
newspaper today? All right then.
Stark do this, Stark do that. I'm not a clerk, damn it. How am I supposed to get those records now? Yes, what is it? Would you like to report a crime?
No, I wouldn't. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I want to use the police archives.
Wouldn't we all?
I'm serious.
So am I. Officer Logan locked himself inside and he's...
What happened exactly?
A tailoress from Scaladio's been robbed. Logan spent 2 whole days at the shop sketching the thief, and she still insists that it's all wrong. That shrew drove him up the wall, she did.
But why the archives? Won't that stall everyone's work?
You bet it will. He's looking up all the thieves in Cordona over the past decade. Say one thing for Logan. He's persistent.
Would you mind if I talk to this tailoress? I could get you the sketch in no time.
Get off your high horse, mister. You think you're better than our sketch artist?
Actually, I'm quite certain I am. Let me prove it.
Well, I see no harm in it, as long as it gets Logan out of there. In fact, I need to look up some records too. Here's the address. Good luck.
Kanıtımızı da aldık. Bakalım buradan. Şimdi vaka defteri. Kılık değiştirme ustası. Bir hırsız çizmek. Atölye sıkıntı şöyle ile 3 yıl ne yer alıyor. Polisin Bayan Ni'nin atölyesini sayan hırsızın çizimini yapması gerekiyor. Çizim sanatçısı suçlunun kanıtı iliştir. Neydi? Polisin Bayan Nini. Bayan Nini'nin atölyesi. Burada. Bayan Nini'nin atölyesi. Ben annemin en son şeyini yapıyordum.
I'm pleased to meet you, Mom. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm here to sketch the thief.
My name is Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, another one. I hope you'll be more patient than the previous sketches, signore.
Nasıl yapalım? Hırsızı tarif edin diyeceğiz. Ya tarif ettireceğiz hırsızı ya da farklı bir şekilde yapacağız. Yok, siz bana
Can you
hırsızı
describe
tarif
the
edin.
thief for me?
He was all ugly and
Çirkin
big
ve
and
hırpalanmış
looking,
gözüküyordu.
and got a
Gördüğün en
rascal
serseri
with
adamdı
bright
gördüğüm.
sun. He gave me a nasty look from behind his glasses and then made himself scarce.
And that's it? Could you be more specific?
He was a total villain, I told you. How much more specific do you want me to be?
All right, never mind.
Farklı bir şekilde. Aynen. Tamam.
I suggest we do it differently. You have a great many clothes here, haven't you?
Why, of course, but they're not for sale. I only do tailoring and mending.
No matter. I'll attempt to disguise myself as the thief, and you'll tell me if I get it right.
As you wish, Senor Holmes.
Where can I find the clothes?
They're in my workshop at the back. Be careful, won't you?
Şimdi hırsız gibi giyineceğiz.
What can I do for you, Sherlock?
Başka var mı? Gardırop menüsünü uygun giyinmezsen soruşturmalarında duvara toslarsın. Sensin ki Sherlock kılık değiştirmeyi seviyor. Kıyafetini değiştirmek için gardırop menüsü. Gardırop menüsü hangisiymiş? I. Yani bana çok böyle pis dedi. Gözlüklü. Kirli sakal. Bayan Nene hırsız gibi giymem için atölyesinde kıyafetlerini kullanmaya izin verdi. Hırsız tam bir serseri gibi gözüküyordu. Hırpalanmıştı ve gözlük takıyordu. Yani bu muydu acaba?
Oh no, he's all wrong. You look nothing like him.
What is wrong exactly?
Why, everything. He had glasses and bruises and... Were you listening to me at all?
Gözlük takıyordu. Tamam. Yani bu da gözlük, bu da gözlük. O zaman bu galiba. Bir de böyle deneyelim. Yok, sakalı değiştir. Böyle yap. Ya bu da çok hırsız gibi değil ama neyse bir de böyle deneyelim.
Your face is too innocent now.
What do you mean, too innocent?
There was
Onun
something
yüzünde kötü bir
evil
şey
about
vardı.
his
Bıyık
face.
gibi.
Like a mustache. Yes.
Evet,
The
kötü
kind
planlarını
that all villains
kurarlarken
wear as
bütün
they
kötü
plot their
adamların
evil
kıvırdığı
plans.
türden bir
I'd say
bıyık.
that not all villains wear moustaches, but I get your point, Mom.
Kıvırdığı bir bıyık. O zaman bu. Bu değil mi? Yüzü biraz. Tamam, bunu yaptım. Sakal bu. Yüz yaralı olsun.
No, signore. That That is wrong. I told you it was a regular bowler.
Normal.
You didn't tell me it was a bowler.
But I did. You ought to pay more attention, signore.
Şapka. O zaman bu.
Ah, it's you. I mean, it's him. It's him.
Excellent. Now I can make a sketch and take it to the police.
Yes, please do. That rascal is still on the loose. I hope they are better at catching than sketching.
Before I go, Mom, are you quite certain that you don't have any clothes to sell?
Well, I suppose you can take the police uniform. An officer forgot it here years ago, and I don't have any use for it. If you want to buy clothes, visit the outfitters. You can find them all over Codorna. I hear they even do free rentals now. Let me show you where the nearest one is.
Thank you very much.
Göster bakalım. Melon şapka, ayrıca bıyığı vardı. Bu eşkal bu. Tamam. Zaten aklımızda. Artık hırsızın eşkalini çizdiğime göre memur Stark'a götürebilirim. Memur bey.
Hello again, officer. I've spoken to the tailoress and made a sketch of the thief. It was child's play.
No, really? And she didn't give you any trouble?
No, no trouble at all. She was quite tolerable.
Huh. Who would have thought? Hey, Logan, we've got the sketch. Come on out.
Can I use the archives now?
Well, they're generally not accessible to the public. But you really helped us out, so I'll just turn a blind eye.
Genelde halka açık değil ama sen teşekkürler memur
What did
bey.
you say your name was? Holmes? Come and see me after you're done. I may have a proposition for you, Mr. Holmes.
Artık hırsızın eşkalini çizdiğime göre memur Stark'a götürebilirim. Kanıt, el konulan. Bu olsa 3 2 mahalle sıkı silvetura maden çıkmazı büyük saray. Dört büyük saray, özne, şüphe, tanık, kurban, memur. Şüpheli O zaman bu. Ara. Aa, nasıl yok ya? Bir yerde biz o zaman hata yaptık. Baştan yaparız. Yani bu stili kanıt hakkında nasıl bir şey yok? Suç aleti yapsak. Allah Allah. Hırsızı çizmek, şiddetli suç, mülk suçu. Şimdi oldu. Arşivlerde sadece boş bir klasör buldum. Üstünde şöyle yazıyor. Violet Holmes davası 9 Nisan 1869.
John, I just recalled that we were living here on Cordona in a manor. And there was a policeman.
Really? What else do you remember? What happened to our mother?
The memory was vague.
Anım
a
oğlaktı.
mere
Sadece bir
flash.
anlık geldi. Evimizi bulmam
We have to
lazım.
find our house.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Bir anımı hatırladım. Polis ama oradan malikanemizin önünde. Stamford malikanesi büyük sarayda olmalı. Bir köprü var ve bir tepede bir kilise de gördüm. Malikane yakınlarda olmalı. Benim malikaneyi o zaman okey. Şu polis merkezinden bir çıkalım.
I'm done with the archives for now. Can I help you with anything else?
As a matter of fact, you can. The thing is, our chief inspector has vanished.
Sanki
As if we
yeterince
weren't
adamımız
man
yokmuş
enough as
gibi.
it is.
Baş
What do
müfettiş.
you mean, vanished?
Gone missing on a case. Shady business, but that's besides the point. See that board? Pending cases are posted there for any available officers to investigate. I would take them myself.
Ben bakardım
except
ama bir
I've been
sekreter
told
gibi
to work the
resepsiyon masasında
reception desk.
çalışmam
Like playing
söylendi.
clerk. Yes, we're that short-handed.
I understand your predicament, but what does any of it have to do with me? I may be available, but I'm certainly not an officer.
Oh, don't worry about it. Consider yourself a temporary one-man independent police force. That's a bit of a mouthful. There's just one small, minor basic formality. You'll need to complete our physical training course. Easy.
Well, I'm not one to balk at a spot of exercise. What must I do?
That's the spirit. Sergeant Ermy will show you the ropes. Follow me.
Şu an bir cinayetimiz var. Yani daha doğrusu bir eşkali verdik. Annemizin ev mevzusu var. Bir de baş müfettiş.
So, you're a newcomer. We must be desperate to ask untrained civilians for help.
You're lucky to have a well-trained civilian with a brand new auto pistol in his arsenal.
An automatic. A bit of a braggart, aren't you?
Are you trying to test me already?
That is why you're here, boy. I need to verify your skills before I can allow you to catch criminals. The first target's in the next room. You know what to do with them.
Atış yapacağını ileride yandaki odalarında ne yapacağını biliyorsun. Tamam.
Concentrate, Sherry. You need to hit every target to show the sergeant how we do it.
Şöyle ateş et. Nişan almak ağır çekim başlatır ve ateş edebildiğin nesneye vurgular. Ama bu kısa sürer. Silahı elle doldurmak için red tuşuna bas. Iskaladım.
Hooray!
Proceed to the next room. Meanwhile, I'll fill out the paper.
Sonra ben burada evrakları hazırlıyorum.
Come on, Sherry. It's just like in childhood. Come on, Sherry. It's just like in childhood. Steady, Sherry. Steady. And go.
Tamam, ne yapacağız?
My favorite mannequins for attack. Let's strike them ninja style. Aim for where you might take advantage and don't forget the
Ninja
environment.
tarzı saldırıları yapalım. En çıkışını.
Uh-oh, Sherry. Not a nice shot. You could have killed the fella if he was alive.
I could do this all day.
Please don't, Sherry. We don't have that much time. Our enemies might be stronger than us, but we rely on our wits. Shoot off their armor.
Hooray!
All right, let's move on, Sherry. If you stand here and use your snuff box on them, you can definitely overcome them, Sherry. It's all calculated.
Burada da infinye kutuları.
Look at that helmet of his. You won't be able to get the powder past it.
Helpful advice, John. I would never have guessed.
Good job, new boy. Well, I'm almost finished with the paperwork. Let's talk about your results.
Miğferli düşmanları silahından enfiye kutunun çevresine sen etkilenmez. Düşmanlarını savaş manevralarından kurtul.
Well, I must say your results aren't as bad as I feared. Perhaps you're not completely hopeless, but true combat is quite different from shooting stationary targets.
I'll handle it just as easily.
Well, that's what we're going to find
Bakalım
out.
görelim, bizim adamlarımızla çatışacaksın. Görevin onları tutuklamak, öldürmek değil. Bu yüzden kimsenin kafasına ateş etme.
So don't go shooting anyone in the eye. That goes for in the field as well. Even though you'll be working with the police department, that doesn't mean you have a license to kill. Here, take these. They are blank rounds. So, are you ready?
Always ready.
Then let's get cracking.
Worried?
Not at all. I can hit them all with one shot.
Good luck, Sherry, and remember, the surroundings are your playground.
I'm coming for you.
Overcome him, don't rush.
I'm coming.
Abi bunun dövüş mekanikleri
Coming for you. I'm coming. I'm coming for you. I'm coming.
ha basılı
No more
tutacağız.
for you until next month.
Tutukla simgesi nerede?
It won't work this way.
I'm coming.
Overcome him. Don't.
I couldn't miss the party.
It won't work this way.
I'm coming.
Overcome him. Don't.
I couldn't miss the party.
Weaken him first.
I'm coming.
Abi vur yapıyordum.
I'm coming for you. I'm coming. I couldn't miss the party. I will end you.
Overcome him. Don't run.
I'm coming for you.
Weaken him first.
I'm coming.
Overcome him. Don't.
I'm coming for you. I couldn't miss the party.
Allah Allah. Bak burada şimdi
No, you killed him.
yanlış yaptık. Adamı öldürdük.
Stop. What do you think you're doing? You could have injured the poor fella. I can't allow you to carry a gun if you'll only use it to kill. Your task is to detain. Don't forget that. Once again, without the brutal shootout this time. Let's start over, boys.
Kayıp mı oldum hakikaten haritayı açmak için.
I'm coming. I couldn't miss the party. I'm coming.
Terribly sorry. Don't bother moving. You've lost.
I'm coming.
Lan!
Overcome him. Don't.
I'm coming for you.
A'ya basamadım ki.
I'm coming.
Weaken him first.
I couldn't miss the party.
It won't work this way.
I'm coming.
Too simple.
The snuff's ready. Time to.
Aa D'ye basamadım.
I'm coming.
Don't cry. Give him the pepper snuff.
Galiba bu sefer oldu.
That's enough. You've proved yourself. Congratulations on the arrests. I can't believe
Yani o kadar da çok iyi değildim ama.
I did tell you that I'm well trained.
Well, do the same on the street and you'll be well rewarded for every arrest you make.
Yaptığın tutuklama. İşte sertifikan. Artık resmi olay
You are now
mali danışmanısın.
crime scene consultant. Well, it's now your duty to make this city a safer place. Cordona won't ever forget it, but at the same time, it will never remember. I'll tell Stark all the necessary details about your successful certification. Congratulations.
Now you're a certified crime scene consultant. Congratulations.
Thank you, my friend. Now, shall we head for Stonewood Manor?
Don't know. You have the whole island to investigate. It's all up to you.
Haritada bir haydut yuvası işaretlendi. Nasıl oyunların ekranını açmak için ayrıntılara bas. Abi benim işim çözmek. Yani şu an zaten Gordon karakolundayım. O zaman buraya mı gideceğim? Yani burasını gösteriyor. O evi bulmam lazım. Neyse bir buraya gideceğim. Suç mahalli dedektifi olduk. Artık rütbemizi de aldığımıza göre devam. Ev sağımda zaten var. Ortasında camları tamam, burası ya. Ya neresiydi o? Ha, şurası.
Hey Sherry, there's post here.
Umarım bu mektup sana ulaşmaz, çünkü ulaştıysa saçma hayallerine bağlandığın anlamına gelir.
After reading that, I am even less eager to return home than before. Let's investigate our manor.
Eve dönmek
That's the
için
Mycroft I
istedim.
know.
Hadi araştıralım bir malikaneyi.
There she is. Our old manor. It's smaller than I remember.
You were a couple of feet shorter back then, Sherry. Or maybe it's bigger on the inside.
Look at the ash all over the door. I don't recall hearing of a fire.
We don't have to stay here. You can afford another night or two at the hotel.
It's stuck.
Oh well, let's just head back. They probably haven't even stripped our room yet.
Come on.
Açmam lazım o kilidi.
Move aside. Let me have a go. Seems fine to me, Sherry. This barrier, perhaps it's mental, not physical.
Or perhaps the rest of us are simply constrained by reality, John. I wonder if there's a key secreted somewhere in the garden.
Take a
Bahçede
look around, Sherlock. I'm sure you'll discover something.
biz bu anahtarı nereden bulabiliriz?
Why does this barn give me such an unpleasant feeling?
Oh, I know. It's because Mycroft used an axe to shoo you out of here. It scarred you for life, but I enjoyed it.
Bunu açabiliyor muyum?
Hey, that's Wooden Joe. He was always the best at playing criminals.
I did not expect these to still be here. It was enjoyable to practice using real handcuffs to make an arrest. And this must be the reason our suspect was apprehended. Wood and glass, oh, very precious. An irreplaceable tool for catching a thief. Funny, Wooden Joe reminds me of the trouble we once got in with the police. Do you remember, John?
Somewhat. Maybe we can recall more details.
Anahtarı henüz bulamadık ama. Geçmişini hatırlamak.
The policeman brought us both home, John. That's why he was here.
I'm pretty sure he brought something else with him too. Do you remember what it was?
Metalik parlak.
I bet it was our reward.
No, we were not so lucky. It was a set of lockpicks that we had used to sneak into someone's house. That's why we were arrested.
Did someone come out to investigate all the commotion?
It was Mycroft. He smoothed things over and convinced the policeman not to press charges. The officer left and never returned. But we had to endure a serious talking to from my brother. Mycroft wasn't happy about the fact that we were arrested. It felt like he lectured us for hours.
With Sherry.
Oh, yes. Yes, now I remember. It was a letter. That's why we
Mektup.
snuck into
O
the
yüzden
house.
eve
Mycroft
gitmiştik.
asked
Girmemizi
us to.
istemişti. Çaldığımızda değil,
Wasn't angry we
yakalandığımızda
stole, but
sinirlenmişti.
we got caught.
Oh, that's right. It must have been only a couple of months after we moved to Cordona. Ugh, the good old days. Whoa.
How very odd. It appears that memory stood between me and the manor. It's as if my mind palace had seeped into the real world. This deserves further investigation. Perhaps there's more to discover inside.
As long as there is a comfortable place to put my feet up, I'll be happy. Maybe a chaise longue.
Aha!
Hadi girelim.
Home sweet home, Sherry.
Halka açık bir artırmanın 20 Temmuz günü.
And I was wondering why it's so empty in here.
There may be a small chance that some of our property could be found among local traders' wares. It is worth a look, wouldn't you say? Hey, this is the luggage we brought from London, isn't it? Another one. There must be something important behind it. I can feel it.
Üst kata çıkalım. Trajedi.
Something did happen that day, but no one can tell us the details. How can that be?
Agreed. It's rather suspicious.
I remember how angry Mycroft was about these marks. He called it a frivolous, childish endeavor. Another one. There must be something important behind it. I can feel it.
I heard footsteps upstairs a second ago. Wait, do we have an attic here?
Another one. There must be something important behind it. I can feel it. One of the first things I saw when entering this house as a child. It's like deja vu. Mycroft's umbrella, the only outgoing thing in his wardrobe.
Another memory incoming, Sherry.
Strange, I struggle to recall anything about the day we moved in. The only detail I'm sure of is that it was raining early that morning.
Cordona'ya geldiğimiz ilk günü hatırlıyorum.
Our mother brought a slew of belongings with her. She refused to leave a single thing in London. Mycroft had to spend the whole day dealing with it. This trip was a challenge for our mother. I tried to help her. There was always a hat on our stand, but I'm sure it did not belong to Mycroft.
Do you feel it? Is it the air shimmering, or is it my imagination?
Şöyle bir etrafı hatırlıyoruz.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
Yani oradan onu taşıyor. Böyle mi?
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate. You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
Ya buradan babaanneyi çıkartırız. Anamızı.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
Nasıl deneyeceğiz? Şimdi bunu değiştirelim.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
Your neighbors will be told that Mrs. Holmes is suffering from tuberculosis. It is common to move closer to the sea in such cases.
Thank you, Dr. Richter. No, Sherlock, step away from her. Upstairs, go to your room.
Lean on me, Mother. Take your time.
Annem benim.
Julie, I never heard her coughing. I remember now.
Yağmurlu bir gün erken saatlerinde geldik. Sherry'nin annesi zayıf ve dengesiz bir durumdaydı.
Oh, I feel dizzy. It's stuffy in here, isn't it?
John, are you all right?
I'll be okay in a minute. How about we find our room in the meantime?
Burası açıldı.
Look at this. It's like traveling 10 years into the past with a single step. Oddly satisfying.
Coal dust from Miner's End, sandy dirt from the old city. We scoured the island top to bottom for these soil samples.
Cannot believe all my toys are still here.
Hey, they were not just yours, they were half mine too.
An artifact from Palau carved out of bone and claimed to be 300 years old. My mother proved it was a fake. My very favorite plaything. It was the perfect pirate treasure. The first chemical laboratory I ever made. I almost miss its elegant simplicity. Interesting. What's that over there? This doorknob has a cross-shaped end. Too intricate to be merely a handle.
You know what? That definitely looks like a key. Let's
The
poke
only
around
fiction
and see
book
if
on
we
my
can
table.
find any secrets.
I can still hear my mother reading it to me. So many pleasant evenings were spent here with the Encyclopedia Americana. A magnificent tool made for a spurious purpose, staring into the sky. I've definitely found a better use for it.
You mean for spying on people?
Odamızda saklı bir eşyayı bana meydan okudu.
Oh, these must be the notes of my earliest observations. We wanted to locate a particular dog we'd spotted, and we met it, didn't we? Look at this, John. Remember how desperately I wanted to learn the violin? I never had a proper opportunity.
Such a shame. I always hated the rule about being silent in this place.
The first chemical laboratory I ever made. I almost miss its elegant simplicity. A magnificent tool made for a spurious purpose, staring into the sky.
This time I was first to
Definitely
pick
found a
beds.
better use for it.
This one's mine now. Oh, it reminds me of our neighbour. He had the same balloon in his yard, only bigger. Do you remember?
Yes, we visited him several times while living here. perfect match. My small archive of crime clippings. Maybe I should pick up this habit again. Made of cherry wood, father's favorite. Still has a faint odor of tobacco, one of the few things on this island that smell like home.
I knew you'd find it in no time.
İddianı öyle kazanırım. Karmaşık bir şekilde olan anahtarı benzeyen tozlu bir ahşap sap. Ya bu buraya uyuyor. Dostane komşu. Adada ailemle arkadaş olan bir komşumuz vardı. Annemin ölümü hakkında polislerle korumalar kayıp. Annemin ölümü hakkında kayıt olmasa da Kordana bir aile dostumuz vardı.
Wasn't that neighbour missing a finger?
That does sound vaguely familiar. Wasn't his name, Theodore? Theodore Gilden, perhaps?
It's the perfect time to investigate.
Yunan Köprüsü yakınlarındaki bir evde yaşayan eski bir aile dostunu hatırladım. Bahçesinde bir gaz hava balonu vardı. Bir gaz hava balonu vardı. O gaz hava balonu o zaman şurası.
That wretch Goliath would murder us all. Mark my words.
Ne? Cinayet. Hadi geçmiş olsun.
He was certainly under pressure.
Oof, a contortionist you were not. Disjointed vertebrae. Difficult to say if it was a way to start or finish him off.
A kneecap reduced to splinters. A belt from a dressing gown. Curious. A missing pinky, middle-aged. It's none other than Theodore Gilden.
Oh boy, Sherlock. Another death means another question.
And we shall answer the question. It's far too interesting to give it up to the police. A strong pull broke this leash. A pool of blood and saliva, possibly as a result of impact.
Poke the elephant with this? Really? People are hopeless. Sherlock, take a picture of the footprint. It's valuable evidence. This photograph can help us find the old article about the elephants. The front page was fascinating. It was hard to believe as a child.
True. We may need it in our investigation. Coal gas tank, enough to pump up an airship. It's seen a lot of use. The blade is worn from grinding. A sailor's knife, useful for cutting wet and thick ropes.
fresh signs of impact. A rough landing led to an altercation with this shed.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate. You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
In a fit of rage, the elephant broke the chain and threw its victim on the ground with a fierce power. Escaping the scene, it pulled the body with it, but dropped it at the gate. At least some of this was witnessed by a third party who was hurled against the shed. The elephant can't have gone too far. I can still track it.
Well, suppose you find it. Then what? Push it all the way back to the manor? He was certainly under pressure.
Hog heaven. Hog heaven. was hung with care. The game has escaped us for now. We'll find a solution to the elephant problem later.
He was certainly under pressure.
Hog heaven. A coal gas tank. Enough to pump up an... I can always recognize the spirit of a true artist. This young lady has a childish interest for her age.
You. Who are you?
My name is Sherlock Holmes. Theodore Gilden was...
Did you kill him? Did you kill the elephant?
It's not in the yard anymore. It escaped into the forest.
You can't let it go. What if it returns?
I highly doubt that, Miss...
Imogen Gilden. Please, I beg of you, find that dreadful beast that killed my father.
I suppose we do need to learn what happened. Focus. Be clear and concise. What happened? Just the facts.
I was here, packing my bags. My father was with the elephant. Then I heard the noise. Goliath made such a horrifying scream. Through my window, I saw how it lifted my father by his neck. So I ran downstairs. The elephant was dragging my father's lifeless body. I threw stones at the monster, so it dropped him. Then Goliath ran screaming, and I came back here and hid.
That is a terrifying experience, Miss Gilden. I'm sorry you had to go through it.
Thank you. Goliath must be caught, Mr. Holmes.
Well, thank you for the information, Miss Gilden. I did have some questions for your father. Perhaps you might help me with them?
I wasn't privy to much of my father's life, and it's very hard to think of anything at all with Goliath still loose. Please, Mr. Holmes.
Very well. Do you mind if I ask you more questions if I find anything that might help?
Anything to catch that monster. I've nothing to say about this.
Had Goliath been aggressive before?
It's dangerous, but it was never aggressive near my father. My father would do anything for Goliath. All the elephant had to do was clap its ears.
You envied him, the elephant, I mean?
Our house is called the House of Ivory. I've heard some people refer to me as the Ivory Girl, and my room stinks of the animal, as if it's me who lives in a pen and not Goliath. It's not envy, Mr. Holmes. It's just incredibly difficult to live like this.
Did you observe anyone else in the yard? Any of your servants, perhaps?
Servants? Do you imagine that we would have any with Goliath? No one wishes to work in this house, even for double pay. I didn't see anyone else. Only my father and that diabolical beast.
I have to leave you for now. A commendable effort to barricade the windows. She packed as much as she could carry. False idols? Oh, sounds utterly dreary. Ugh, the same dull poses on all romantic photographs. So idyllic. Enjoy your happily ever after before it stales.
Hey, Sherry, we need to talk. You found false idols. We need to find the remaining two.
What does bazooka even mean? Would this paper be good for anything but blowing one's nose on?
They're not rubbish, Sherry. There's something more. I'm serious.
Very well. I doubt it'll be worth it, but I will find them for you, John.
You'll thank me later. They're some of the most imaginative books I've ever read.
What did you say?
Speaking aloud helps me think. I found this. Who's this young lad next to you, your faithful knight?
Paul. He's my pirate. He's not really a pirate. I just call him that. It probably sounds very silly.
Your secret is safe in my hands. Does Paul work somewhere? What is his surname?
His name is Paul Perks. He and his yacht Whirlpool are the champions of the Salacia Yacht Club. He sails there. I'll show you where it is on the map if you need to meet him.
A yachting champion? Oh, well, that will be a first. I prefer dry land. And so does my suit. I have to leave you for now. The nicest spot in the room. Mr. Gilden spent hours of his life right here.
Staring at an elephant's backside. What a wonderful life.
A relatively functional. I think Miss Gilden has barely matured. I think they were closer than you and me, John.
I'm hurt.
Oh, the pungent stench of an animal.
Did Theodore seek some pink elephants with this?
What's so special about this place? Another elephant? A partnership annulled with a single stroke of a pen.
partnership annulled with a single stroke of a pen. A catchy title. I should take a photograph of the plans. I don't want to carry them around.
Evet arkadaşlar, burada sonlandıralım. Evet, bir sonraki bölümde artık bu cinayetin de sonuna gelmiş olacağız. İkinci bölümde bu şekildeydi arkadaşlar. Umarım beğenirsiniz. Ben oynarken çok keyif aldım. Umarım siz de izlerken keyif alırsınız. Şimdilik bizden bu kadar. Kendinize iyi bakın. Bir sonraki bölümde görüşmek üzere diyelim. Kanalımıza abone olmayı, videoları beğenmeyi unutmazsanız sevinirim. Hoşça kalın. Görüşürüz.